Hey, Internet friend, it's me, Bradley G, here in Friendly Fridley, and here's Synergy Cafe. That's where you are now, and I've got my friend Jeremy in the green room enjoying some of our digital hors d'oeuvres, and today is Wealthy Wednesday. See the W's? Wow. So today we are going to be talking about first responders, and I'm wondering, do second income conversations even matter to them? So what I'm going to do right now is go into the green room and go grab Jeremy. And normally I do the little intro thingy. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to go get him and bring him out here. So hang on a second. We'll bring in Jeremy. Where is he? There he is.
Ta-da!
Greetings.
And I'm going to even go one step further and share my little intro I prepared for us today.
Oh, you got something for us in store. Go. He's going to share his little ta-da. Let me bring that up. Add to the stage. There we are.
Okay, and here we go. Curtain call time.
All this technology.
Set. Responders of wealth.
Do you have any friends that are first responders?
I do. So here we go. This is why second income conversations keep coming up. I've tried to reach out to my first responders friends and no responses, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll talk anyway, because this is what Wealthy Wednesday shows are all about, right?
Definitely, because it's intriguing when you start thinking about different professions, like we had talked the concept of teachers.
Yes.
What else do we do?
We did that. Well, that was the first.
Oh, you cut out there. You froze up there. You're down in Costa Rica. You froze up there.
Oh yes, of course. That's the Starlink happening. But yeah, no, we started last week with teachers. We didn't do anything before that. We just talked generalized things that wealthy at affiliate marketers, I should say, do. But now, yeah, since we did teachers last week, we're on to first responders this week, and well, we have some neat plans for next upcoming episodes. I know we were talking about real estate agents. Mm-hmm. We have social workers coming up. We know there's a lot of niches out there that could use wealth, and so
there are. And I think what's interesting is when you start thinking about it, like say the topic of first responders, and yes. I'm just going random off this. This isn't in our script or anything, but you know, first responders, they're kind of a family, right? They kind of take care of each other. So maybe there's first responders that wanted to start a little side hustle about how to help other first responders. And some of the affiliate programs they could be involved with is maybe some first responder type equipment, whether it be maybe helmets or masks or safety belts or something like that. There's a big possibility that there could be a big revenue stream for helping other first responders get quality equipment.
Yeah, and first responders often think, about wealth differently than the general public. So this is why we have this conversation. We're having it, and it exists because the work that first responders do is intense.
Intense.
So, intense.
Yeah.
So why don't we show our first slide? Well, that was our first slide, the intro. But let's frame the whole conversation first. Let's bring up the first slide here, and I'll get my screen share ready. Just bear with
me. Okay. I'm looking forward to see that.
And there we are. So here we go. That was that one. Okay, police. Police are our first up because first responders, we know police, fire, and ambulance. So we're starting with the police genre, the reality of the job. And of course, the slide is telling half the information here. 60 to 70% of the officers work rotating or non-standard shifts, which is kind of an interesting stat. Law enforcement ranks among the top high stress professions, and sleep disruption is reported by a majority of officers.
So let's talk about that a little bit, that situation for a police first responder? First off, with wealth, they might be thinking rather than financial, it might be more lifestyle wealth because they're all about life.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous business. And when you bring in those percentages you're talking about, they might have some difficulty slotting out time to be able to work on their side hustle business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because you can't, you're not on the clock with this wealthy business that you might own. You can kind of work on it when you want it, when you have the time.
They have rotating shifts. Recovery time is often invisible but critical. Fatigue affects financial decisions. Those are 3 very good, interesting points that police officers go through. So, that stress doesn't stay isolated. Kind of spills into finances.
It's kind of interesting getting inside the minds of these prospective wealthy affiliate members or someone that wants to get into a little side hustle income. The psychology is way different than someone that just wants to get out of a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course, we're not here to, recruit or pitch about joining. It's just about understanding what certain first responders go through. Did I just leave the show? Am I still in the show? Are we still live?
I'm still here. What happened? I don't know what happened.
Maybe it's that, I don't know, maybe the police are watching us.
I don't know.
Maybe they're interested. Oh, I love it. This is what happens.
I had my hand on my trackpad and something happened, so I must have did something.
Gotcha. So yeah, entertainingly, police can. Do you think they could control a second income? Do you think they could enjoy getting a second income? What do they do? What do they focus on?
Well, I think it might be something, again, they're not really so concerned about the financial wealth, but they're actually looking more at time. It might be a good de-stressing opportunity for them to have a little side thing. It might not even be a money generating thing. It might just be that you want to get it out to other people. You got a message that you want to get out to other people with your website.
I mean, police have those stressful jobs, like it's been mentioned, and I think with the high stress professions, maybe they're just not interested in that second income. Do they have the time for that? Who knows, right? Lots of police officers I have met over time, they don't seem like they have the time because they're so busy doing, calls and on-call shifts and just everything, right?
Well, I think that can end up being not very healthy, having 100% of your time focused on your job, unless you love your job. But it seems to me that could be difficult on your family.
Yeah, big time. Slide 2, or let's bring up another one here.
Let's do it.
I gotta share my screen again. This is the best part when I control it, isn't it?
Yeah, you control freak. Okay,
there we go.
I'm in control of adding it, just like this.
You can do that. So this is the financial pressures that police do end up seeing. 30 to 40% of officers report relying on overtime to stabilize their income.
Really?
Early career officers often delay retirement planning. And gear, uniforms, certifications, they can all cost thousands over a career. So if you look at this slide, this is basically telling what some of the problems police officers come through with.
So police officers are sometimes having to pay for their own gear and their own certifications?
That is true. Some of them. Some I'm gonna guess, I'm not gonna know because we don't have any police officers to correct this on this, but I'm gonna guess some detachments are exactly like that.
They're welcome to come on the show for sure.
Yeah.
So So, and
Yeah, no, for sure.
I see the other third one here is early career officers often delay retirement planning.
Mm-hmm.
Are they delaying their retirement, or are they actually delaying planning for it?
Good question.
There's a difference there.
Good question. I guess it's the planning that what did I have? Yeah, financial planning often gets postponed. It's not avoided, so it's just the postponed of it. Why that is must be just the fact that they're working, such overlong stimulated jobs.
Well, I think just having a little side gig thing, whether it be for financial gain or just peace of mind, a little distraction from life and work.
Yeah.
It's something that you can start. I mean, people have hobbies, they might golf or fish on the side.
Mm-hmm. Golf. Yeah. How many times okay, so here's a scenario, an example. I recall one police officer back in my other hometown that I used to live at, back in Saskatchewan, that the police officer could not make time to even cut his own grass. So he hired me to do that for him. Now, it wasn't a big yard. It wasn't really a fancy house. It was just the fact that he didn't have the time to do that. And it was entertaining to me because I'm like, you'd think they would have a chance to cut their own grass or, do their yard work, but that is not the case. Or it was not for this police officer.
Time, and it wasn't that he just didn't like doing it himself. It was a time
tired of his. He was tired from his hours he put in at the detachment center, and yeah, wow. I guess 24-hour shifts were a big thing.
Well, I always find it kind of interesting of what's inside another person's head and why they do certain things. Like, mm-hmm. You talk about first responder. I'm really not a people person, so I definitely don't. I mean, I don't want to help. It's just not my thing.
Right.
But some people, they're willing to literally risk their life going into a burning building, or getting shot, or just being around that energy. It's kind of why do they do that? It's interesting.
Right. No, that is true. So continuing on, last slide for police officers.
There we are. Patterns.
These are second income patterns. So you're I don't know, you want to lead with this one on your talking points there?
Oh, let me look at my talking points. I got them on my little thing here. There they are.
This covers the slide too.
I can just read it off the slide. That's good.
Yeah, you could.
First one, common side work includes security training and consulting. So to me, that isn't, you're kind of back into your same job, and it doesn't give you the ability to get away from it and do something different, because your side work is talking about what you do for a job, and then the training and the consulting on your job. And it seems like you get off your job and then you go to another job talking about your job again. And sometimes I think you got to get away from stuff.
You do. And so the side work kind of often mirrors the job itself then all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know if maybe if someone just loves their job, they would end up doing something like that. But to me, it seems like, I look forward to get off work and go relax a little bit, but instead I'm just diving right into something else. But again, if they love it, maybe they live it 24/7.
That is true. So that slide also talked, a little bit about how the recovery time is reduced. So
before that, it was options of trading hours for income.
Right. Sorry, yeah.
Personally, I've never really liked that concept because you've only got 24 hours in a day, so you can only make so much income.
Yeah.
So I like to see something that is a little more scalable and recurring or passive.
That kind of makes sense too. I take that story that I just told about cutting the grass 24 hours, that side income could have been him doing his own grass.
It could, if you liked. I got a friend in California that enjoys doing yard work.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's something that you enjoy, it makes for a better life, a more.
But that's again trading your time for income, your hours for income. So, get the passive income coming in, long-term options.
Recovery time is often reduced when side work is added.
Yeah.
Recovery time is often reduced. Yeah, especially if this first responder police person is going on doing consulting about the same profession that he's been in.
Yeah.
You don't get much recovery out of that when you just dive into another pool that's got the same water in it.
Yeah. Very, very, very few scalable or non-time-based paths are discussed early. Long-term options usually come up late and not early. So that's the police officer mindset. They're not dealing with it much.
Should we segue into the fire?
We could. That's a very different schedule. It has the same pressure, but just a different schedule. So going back into...
Yeah, go bring that slide up. Because I suppose the police, a lot of their activity might be evening, whereas a fire, you never know when it's going to be a fire.
Well, this is the reality of the fire job. So the fireman's job is 24 to 48 hour shifts that are common in many departments. So they're a little bit more extended, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of a wild thing. A 2-day shift.
Yeah. Standard in many departments. And firefighters face significantly elevated injury rates.
Yeah.
And of course, the last one, recovery is essential, but not guaranteed. So that's a huge kind of set of reality that we didn't know about firefighters before.
Yeah. The physical recovery might not be burn wounds, but again, it's psychological recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I can definitely see why something like that is essential. And I mean, that could be a reason for a person not wanting to have a side hustle, because they don't need anything to distract their thinking. They just want to relax and recover.
Well, exactly. So right there, the reality for firefighters, like, obviously we're thinking the fact that their schedules kind of look flexible from the outside, but internally they aren't, they're unpredictable, especially if they're running that 24 to 48 hour shift.
Yeah, I can see that. You're sitting there working on your website and all of a sudden the phone rings and you got to get up and go.
Yeah.
You can't finish that. Hang on a second. I want to do this last post. No.
Yeah. And then you take into consideration injuries. Maybe, injuries can happen on the job. So that reality kind of creates specific financial concerns all of a sudden, doesn't it?
Yeah, unless you're, insured so that when you're injured, you're still getting compensated.
So what does that say now for the financial side of things? Well, let's just show this here.
Let me pop over and bring it on just like that. Boom. There it is.
So, of course, overtime and callback pay are commonly relied upon. So they make up a meaningful income share. The injury can immediately reduce earning capacity. And pension security is a common long-term concern.
Pension security?
Pension security.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah. So planning, overtime becomes the default solution. Planning often happens reactively, not proactively. That's kind of the concept here. That's the concept on that slide. It's telling us that there are financial pressures and that there are It's not always sunshine and rainbows, I guess, as a firefighter.
Well, I don't know. I keep on going back to that, the idea of having the guts to run into a building that's on fire. It's.
Would you do it?
I guess I don't know.
Even as a volunteer, think about volunteer firefighters. I know, that's we're just talking the reality of actual on call. But
I almost feel like you have to have a side thing going on just to take yourself out of that very stressful situation.
Yeah. So that kind of leads us to a familiar second income pattern now. All of a sudden, we're going into the next slide.
Okay.
Oh, yes, there we are. Getting good at this. I forget where I'm at.
That's okay. It seems to be flowing kind of smoothly, Mr. Jeremy.
So here's our second income pattern for firefighters. So, so trades and physical labor often dominate side income choices. The physical side income compounds wear and tear, whereas the non-physical income paths are rarely explored early. So as a firefighter, they don't think of second income like we have the benefit of thinking about.
So they prefer to do something that's going to be more physical.
Correct.
Like side gig, they'd be building decks for people on weekends or something.
Or just relaxing on a beach sipping a Mai Tai. I think that would be my level of thinking. I don't know.
So this stuff, where did you research this? Good old Chat GPT or what?
Part of it. I mean, there's I think the majority of information can be found. AI, you just have to dig through the resources that it shares. So there's a nice little feature that I like to use on ChatGPT called Deep Research. And it cites out the sources of the websites that all the information is collected from. So that was kind of the nice part. That's why I did.
Affecting my mindset, because it's things I haven't really even thought about. I mean, from my point of view, you'd think everybody wants some extra money, but some people, I guess I don't. I would like to just, like you said, go to the beach and sip on a Mai Tai because I'm stressed out. I don't want to do this stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm. I cut out at the right time just to hear you say Mai Tais again, so I'm back.
Well, then you got the point.
Mai Tais. Okay, gotcha. So police, firefighters. Guess what's next?
The what do you call them? EMTs.
The emergency medical technicians. What do we want to call?
This is ambulance and EMS is what you got for your slide.
Emergency medical services. There we go. Yeah, they are a different breed. They face the most intense combination of these pressures. So more so than police and firefighters. Do you believe that?
I kind of don't. But here's the slide. I kind of don't. It seems like, I don't know, is it because there's a human that's right there that they're working on versus a firefighter isn't necessarily that directly involved with the human at this point?
Yeah, so the EMS have to deal with the same amount of injury as the firefighter would, and probably the long shift, stressful hours as a police officer, because they're kind of usually hand in hand all of a sudden, aren't they?
Yeah, because you never know when all of a sudden somebody's going to be coming into the emergency room and you got to deal with it or whatever.
Yeah, so EMS reports some of the highest burnout rates. Long shifts with minimal downtime are common, and emotional stress is daily, not occasional. It's all the time. So, of course, decision fatigue is constant. Recovery time is limited, and the financial stress compounds burnout.
Huh.
So that said, I mean, thinking about all of that in my mind, I know probably 4 EMS ambulance drivers, and
Really?
they were always, if not in an ambulance, they were at home, but they weren't there for very long. Call goes over the radio to go pick somebody up. You're at that hospital, you're getting your ambulance, you're going to that site. Like, they're always on the move. So
It's interesting going through this stuff again, because from a marketer's mindset, people buy through emotion and they justify with logic. That there's so much emotional stuff that's going on with their daily stress.
Yeah.
That, like, from copywriting, it's a whole nother way. It's not like, buy now, the no credit card required, free.
Yeah.
That kind of is irrelevant. It's not emotional.
Yeah, when they're not thinking about it, they don't want to think about it. So I guess this is kind of why we're talking about all this stuff, because now what we've just witnessed is this is what shows up clearly in income patterns. And now we kind of transition to, guess what? Next slide.
Okay, what's the next thing?
Shows our financial pressures. I spelled financial twice on this one. I didn't know this.
That works. It's just
so. Interestingly, this is kind of a neat one. Significant percentage. I want you to take a random guess as to what percentage this is.
First thing comes into my head is 50%.
Okay, so approximately 35 to 45%.
I was pretty close.
Of EMS workers report holding multiple jobs.
Do they do that because of the financial, or do they do that just something else to do?
I think to get their mind off of what they see and witness in their job.
I can see that.
A stress reliever, perhaps.
Maybe go care for the elderly and get away from all the blood.
Only so many drivers can go for a walk around a lake before they not think about what they last saw on their last job. So, exactly.
Yeah.
Overtime and shift stacking are common survival strategies.
What is shift stacking?
So putting maybe your 24-hour shift and then going right back to work again.
Oh, I get it. Like a back-to-back kind of thing.
Back-to-back shifts, yeah.
I had a situation like that once, and the space between the stacks was an hour, so I had to spend a lot of time. They weren't butted up against. There was an hour in between.
Yeah.
I see.
The advancement often requires additional schooling and debt. That's something that was kind of intriguing to me on that.
So they end up having to pay for their own further education.
Yeah, that's my take on it too. Yeah. So multiple jobs normalize exhaustion is one of the things we had. Long-term planning gets pushed aside. That's also another point. That's kind of actually interesting too.
Come back, you froze. Can you still see me?
I'm back again.
He's back. Little glitch from the disc.
It's happening. They're watching us, I swear.
It's the nature of the business.
So where does second income actually go from there? That's our question. Let us show you.
Did you say where does it go from?
Yeah, where does it go from here for EMS and ambulance? Where does it go? It goes, boom, Right to here.
Let me do that.
You can read this slide. This slide's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. So the second income pattern,
Mhm.
most second incomes still trade time for money. And personally, I've never liked that because it locks you in. Fatigue limits flexibility and long-term planning. Is that like I'm just tired? I don't want to work on. I don't want to work on my retirement plan. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's the issue isn't effort, obviously.
Well, I know that here's a little sidebar of something that I've been going through right now. Is sometimes I think it's because in Minneapolis here we've got this stress stuff happening, and people just kind of don't want to work because they don't know what the future holds, and you end up you're not really fatigued, but you don't have a real incentive for getting things done because you don't know if they're going to result in anything.
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird place to be. So the few sustainable alternatives are discussed early. What does that mean?
Well, sustainability. We need to know that, where clarity matters more than opportunity, right? So, of course, for the second income pattern, you want to know what you're looking for, and you need to know that what you're looking for is, in fact, clear, and that alternative is basically transparent. And as affiliate marketers, we are transparent.
Well, the clarity thing has really been hitting home a lot for me lately, because I think a lot of with so much information on the internet, when you see something, it just gets like, what is this? And that's why people love those shorts. You can just kind of go through it, and you don't have to spend a bunch of time trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because it's overwhelmed. Exactly.
It's definitely the less is more kind of thing. And I think a step-by-step process of the things that actually matter. Like using the car analogy, if you're going to use your car to go somewhere, you need to know how to get inside, how to start it, how to put it in gear, and how to go. You don't need to know all the other details of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they're still there.
And of all the focusable tasks, as a first responder, do they have time to focus on this type of income or type of situation? That's a question. That's a question.
I was distracted because I wanted to bring this thing up.
You're gonna bring yes,
because it's coming up at the end.
That is true. So okay, I have built free first responders second income blueprints. Purpose is clarity, not conversion. And this helps assess timing, fit, and expectations is why I built it. And if you want to show this slide as well, this is exactly what Brad is showing on the screen. This is the additional slide I did not have on our little follow along report here. The first responder second income blueprint. This tells you why you need a second income pillar, because budget cuts are unexpectedly, promotions slow and unguaranteed, overtime burnout, physical injury risk, trauma affects capacity. So this pillar should be flexible and reputation safe, not physically draining, compounding over time, protect long-term health, reduce overtime dependency, and improve financial stability. What my blueprint is a practical online income guide, an ethical system. You're not selling to coworkers. It's testable in 30 days with no risk. It includes real training and tools. It respects confidentiality. It is not an MLM, hidden recruiting scheme, quit your job pitch, a get rich fast scheme, or misleading side job. So you download your blueprint. Of course, you had shown that screen.
Okay.
that was my newest edition. I thought that was pretty nice, informative slide to look at.
I think it's very helpful for some people, like the other topic. I was looking into real estate agents, and I'm wondering why the heck would they want to have a side income? They're busting their butt trying to sell houses.
Let's talk about that one next week.
We will, but
I like that one.
Let me put this thing back up there too. So if anybody wants to get this from Jeremy, you go to his website at from0to100k.com/blueprints.
Over 104 professions will be live on that screen at some point. I think right now I'm up to about 15.
So you got all this free time because you're a self-employed entrepreneur, living La Vida Loca in Pura Vida in Costa Rica.
Yes. And if you read it backwards, it's a div, a roop.
I don't want to read it backwards.
A div, a roop.
So well, cool. I think we got that one covered. That was enlightening for me.
Very informative, overwhelming maybe per se, but we did cover 3 professions in that whole first responders class, and that's hard to do.
But it's just intriguing of again, coming from the mindset, who is it, Stephen Covey, that says seek to understand, then to be understood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that kind of thing. Instead of trying to shove your marketing down the throat of first responders, get in their shoes and see what it feels like to be
exactly.
That way.
And next week we will talk about teachers.
Real estate.
Not teachers. Real estate. We did teachers already. Where am I?
Yes.
Yes. Real estate I think it's a good topic. And there's a lot more. Do you have a preview of that show? Or not yet? I guess we don't have a real estate thumbnail to show everybody.
I might have, but I'm not sure if this crazy thing wants to let me upload stuff because, it's bandwidth and all that, but we'll see. Nope, it says the upload is taking too long. This might be a connection issue and is usually fixed by trying again.
Try again, because I think I just went rotated. Maybe not.
Okay, I'll try again, but I tried again before. How did you know? Look at that. It's working now. Okay, here's my little graphic for that.
There you go.
Real estate.
So if you want to get in touch with Brad, go to that website, magicbrad.com/real estate.
Yes, and what's on that, just so people know what's on that /real estate thing, is I was intrigued with how many things that a real estate agent can help their clients with, because they're going to need that stuff anyways, like snow blowers and lawnmowers and gardening equipment and all the things that a homeowner is going to need. Yeah. You can help your new homeowners out, and it's going to make you be the go-to real estate agent because you're very, very helpful. Yeah. There's a friend of mine that what he did when he sold someone's house or sold someone a house is he would throw a party for them. And he'd say, it's all on me. I'm paying for everything. You invite as many people as you want. I'm paying for all of it. And when it's done, I've got a professional cleaner that's going to come in and clean your house so you won't even know that you had a party. And it's all on me. And that was one of his selling points, that I want you to really enjoy yourself in your new home.
And not only that, but don't real estate agents show houses or like stage them when they so kind of a neat little thing we have inside of our platform is this tool called Image Studio that take a picture of a house, and we can maybe we can add that into our next week's show. We don't want to give too much away.
No, but that is kind of interesting because basically you create a virtual staging of a house.
Yes. Yeah. Saves them time and money. So, hey, you know what? First responders. Let's just bring this one back up again.
Okay.
this is our first responders blueprint. Let's pay attention to this closing screen.
Yay.
And I want to do this because I like playing. All right, you guys. That's it for me. I'm gonna do that and say thank you for watching.
You're enjoying yourself. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I'll pop in the green room. If you got to get going, go ahead. If you want to chat, hang out, and our digital hors d'oeuvres are refreshed.
And thank you, audience. Whether you're watching this on replay, reach out to us.
Peace. There you have it. My friend Jeremy. He's down in Costa Rica right now because he's a digital nomad. It's kind of something that some people like to do. I kind of like my house in Minneapolis. Okay, enough. Talk to you later. Tune in next Wednesday. Peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice. Be nice.